Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the podcast, the Drafted Up Podcast. It's week 8. It's bye Mageddon. There's a ton of bye weeks, so we got only 12 games this week to go over with you here as our 8 weeks. We also got our plays of the week. It's our second episode of the week, so you know the shtick. That's Nick. I'm Theo. This is the Drafted Up Podcast. You know where to find us: Apple, Spotify, YouTube, wherever you watch or listen to your podcast. We're there. Like, rate, subscribe, review. 5 stars, whatever you want to do. We appreciate the support. Nicholas, how are you doing today?
I'm doing good, man. Doing good. Ready for some football this week. I'm sorry about your Vikings last night. I really didn't do well. But yeah, no, I'm doing good, man. Ready for the weekend.
Yeah, I don't have to worry about football this week. The Vikings already played, and it was miserable. Such bad, was there anyone on the Minnesota team that produced fantasy-wise? Like, Jefferson was under projection. Addison got in the end zone, but other than that, he didn't do much.
Bad game,
Hockenson wasn't great. Jordan Mason, Aaron Jones barely showed up. Carson Wentz was abysmal.
Were they there?
Nails.
Jordan Mason and Aaron Jones, they showed up?
There was two people wearing their jerseys. I don't know if it was them.
I don't really recall seeing them out there, and I don't even think that any of them were the leading rusher on the team, oddly enough. It was a very weird performance by the Minnesota Vikings.
Did Zaven Scott lead the team in rushing? He had the garbage time with Matt Brosmer.
It was your garbage time running back who came in. Yeah, he was 2 carries for 16 yards or something like that. Led your team in yards.
Yep. Carson Wentz was abysmal. He was also incredibly hurt out there dying.
I feel
Tough
so
as nails,
bad for that guy, dude. Yeah.
Became a detriment at a point for the Vikings. And it was tough sledding. But on the other side, the Chargers were great. Kamani Vidal, incredible. The Lab McConkey was great. Aranda Gadsden continues to be incredible for them. He's kind of like a poor man's Colston Loveland for Jim Harbaugh. So it's really working out there. And Justin Herbert, absolute superstar. Quentin Johnson, though. He hit the bye week a little too early. He thought they had the bye this week.
He was hanging out with Jordan Mason and Aaron Jones. What are we talking about? Those 3 guys they didn't even show up.
With Justin Herbert's girlfriend.
Hey, earlier in that week, Herbert 0 targets, 0 catches for huge. That's a bad outing, but I'm still not. I'm not worried about it. It is what it is in this offense that has so many mouths to feed. Like, look how Lad McConkey started the season. He was slow getting out of the gate. Keenan Allen and Quentin Johnson were the 1 and 2 fantasy-wise on the team. And then Quentin Johnson he took a step back. Keenan Allen took a little bit of a step back. Laddie Daddy's now kind of the one receiver again. Orlando Gadsden's now on the field. I like all 4 of these guys going forward. I don't think any of them are going to be consistently good every week from here on out. I think we're going to have dud games from all of them.
I agree. It's going to be, you can no longer start Quentin Johnson with that confidence that we had the last few weeks, whereas now he kind of falls into like a double flex kind of guy.
You know what makes fantasy so much fun? 2 weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago, everyone in fantasy Twitter was like, I'd trade Jamar Chase for Quentin Johnston in a heartbeat. Yeah, keep that energy right now. Have that energy right now, because Jamar Chase is a superstar. Quentin Johnston is not.
Fantasy owners are so quick to pull the triggers.
It's insane, dude. So
and we also fall victim to, like I said Tuesday, I think I said 100%,
I traded 100%.
I traded Jamar Chase in a league because I had no depth at running back. I traded Jamar Chase for Breece Hall and Dalton Kincaid. I needed 2 starters there, and Jamar Chase wasn't doing much. And then Joe Flacco gets there, and Jamar Chase is looking like the guy you drafted 1-1, and I'm there just like, man, fucked up. You can't win every trade.
Yeah,
and that is a lesson. Like, don't be afraid to trade or afraid to lose a trade. Like, you're going to lose trades. You're not going to win every trade.
Yeah, exactly. If you go into the mindset of like trading, being, I have to win this trade, you're not a good person to trade with. Like, you have to be willing to wheel and deal. You're going to win some trades by a landslide. You're going to lose some trades. It is what it is. But if you're willing to make deals, they'll happen for sure. Like, people are always like, oh, I'm in a league that we don't trade. No one trades. Yeah, get everyone in a group chat. Start wheeling and dealing. Start talking. Go to them privately. Message them. Be like, hey, I want this guy. I have all these guys on the market. I got some draft picks. just get the ball rolling. If you seek out deals, they're going to happen. That's how it works.
Yeah. Yep. Like I can spout off a ton of trades that I won that looked great. And like, yeah, like I won these trades, but I have just as many where I'm just like, man, why did I do that trade? I am an idiot. But sometimes you just gotta go in with that conviction that like, hey, like I'm confident in the people I'm trading for. Sometimes it doesn't work out, and you live and move on. That's what makes fantasy kind of fun. The effort you put into it. Yeah. That's how you know you still have that sort of passion and you still love fantasy football. Because like I heard people like, I don't know why I play, but like if you lose that where you're just like not active in the league, not making moves, not attempting to trade, whether it be selling off your assets or trying to gain assets to win, then it is the time to kind of maybe walk away for a year. Maybe it rejuvenates you, or maybe you're just over it in general. But that's how I'll know when I'm done, when I just have no interest in, wheeling and dealing and all that stuff to try to figure out.
I don't think I'll ever get to that point. I love fantasy football, but having those heartbreaking moments that's what you play for. Like you play for the lows of the lows, and it makes the highs so much better, dude. We've had our home league since what, 2004, something like that.
Yeah,
very
like
early
15,
Yahoo fantasy football
years. Yeah, it's been a while. I think you might have still been in high school.
No, I was in like middle school.
Were you in middle school when we started football? I don't know.
Yeah, I think it was like 2006. I think we're pushing 20 years.
I don't know. I have it in a file, like every champ, and I think we were approaching 16 or 17. This is the 16th or 17th year, I think.
Yeah, now we're just shooting the shit. I'm talking about before we officially became Ziffle. We still had our home.
We did have 3 or 4 years of that league.
That's what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah, we didn't officially name our league yet, but we had our group of people, kind of like the core members, already set in stone. That's what I'm more so talking about, because I was in like early middle school when we started doing that. Yeah. And winning that home league, there's nothing that.
You said the early days of Yahoo. There's
nothing that compares to that.
Yeah, and the early days of Yahoo, like back then, like we were just newer to fantasy football, and like Yahoo had the option to auto draft the teams. And I don't know if you remember that. Like we didn't do live drafts. Like we didn't get together and hang out.
Oh, no.
We didn't draft on the. You set your rankings.
Some guy got like 9 running backs at one time.
Yeah,
someone got
you set your rankings.
He didn't have the AI. Yeah.
And you could exclude players you didn't want. So like you could adjust your rankings however you want, and the computer AI would draft your team accordingly. And one guy ended up with like 8 running backs and no other players. He didn't have a starting lineup. It was insane. But, I hate looking how back. Far like that's come. Miserable. But like back then, it was like waking up Christmas morning. Like you set the day, like, okay, this is the day of leagues draft. When I wake up in the morning, I'm going to see who's on my team, and you're just there like, man, I hope I got LaDainian Tomlinson. And if you didn't, you're just like, how do I get LaDainian Tomlinson?
How do I get that guy? Him, Priest Holmes, Sean Alexander, running backs back in the day, baby. Hit Edge. Oh, Edgerrin James, dude. Let's just start a podcast naming old football players, bro. That's the media I want to get into.
That's what we'll do our short form, our TikTok. That'll just be us just back and forth. Football players, running backs,
shooting the shit about old football players. We'll go back to 2000. We'll start with the 2000 season. We'll start live, and we'll just play fantasy football from there on.
All right, let's get into our plays of the week, shall we? You ready for this? You brought up lows and lows. Oh, my plays of the week last week were terrible. So bad. You had Quinshon Judkins. You could have just picked Quinshon Judkins, and he outscored all 4 of my guys. So that was fun. So I had my nice hot 2 weeks, and then I flew way too close to the sun and had the worst performance in our plays of the weeks thus far. So yeah, these are our W Energy plays of the week. These are our confident plays, and you can be confident in W Energy. It's good, clean energy, jitterless energy. There's no crash, none of that stuff, no artificial dyes, no sweeteners. It is good, clean energy. They just dropped a new collab with Anime Chainsaw Man. It is blood orange Dubby, so you can go to dubby.gg or download the mobile app. Just search Dubby in your Apple App Store or your Google Play Store. You could get the Chainsaw Man blood orange energy drink, well, energy powder to make your drink. So use the code Drafted Up. You'll get a nice 10% discount, no matter how many times you use it. Be better. Eat that dub with W Energy. Nick has eaten 4 dubs here so far in our plays of the week to my 2, and then neither of us ate that dub in that one random tie we had. So, Nick, who you got this week at quarterback?
Quarterback, I'm taking the guy that you picked last week that you were so confident in, Caleb Williams versus New Orleans last week. Well, I'm picking Caleb Williams versus Baltimore's quote-for-quote defense this week. Baltimore's defense is ranked at 25th or 26th worst in fantasy football. Phenomenal matchup for Caleb Williams. I'm expecting a huge bounce back week for him. He did shit the bed last week versus New Orleans. I get it. But every game before that, except one, he's been really, really good. A QB10 finish, QB1 finish, QB8 finish, couple touchdowns, multiple touchdown games, and he's been running a little bit. Not the last 2 weeks. The last 2 weeks has been a little bit rough running-wise. But I fully expect him to get back out there with the legs, 20, 30 yards on the ground, maybe a touchdown. He's got 2 rushing touchdowns on the year. Baltimore's defense is abysmal. We'll see how they do coming back now after the bye, but it's not looking great. Lamar's still limited in practice. He's been questionable. If he's not out there, that changes it even more. Caleb Williams going to go out there and he's going to have a field day. Rome, DJ Moore, Luther Burton, Colston Loveland, Swift, Monungai. I like a lot of the Bears this week versus this quote-for-quote defense of the Ravens. Give me Caleb Williams. I hope he does me a lot better than he did you last week. So I'm going with him confidently this week.
No touchdowns against New Orleans for Caleb.
That's rough. It was all on the ground. They ran everything. I don't expect them to run that much with Swift and Monungai. I think they're both going to have decent games. I think it's going to be a little bit more through the air this week.
Yeah, looking for that bounce back game from the Chicago passing offense. I'm going with a podcast favorite. He was QB1 last week. GGBN. God bless Bo Nix. He's got the Dallas Cowboys. You want everybody playing Dallas. So Bo Nix, he has been on a tear here. He had an incredible fourth quarter against your Giants. I apologize for that. And I expect it to be spread out across the whole game against the Cowboys, who the Cowboys are perfect for fantasy football. They have a great offense who could score no matter how good the defending defense is, but their defense is non-existent, so it keeps the other offense in the game. No matter how bad or good that team is, the Cowboys let them produce. Last week against Washington was a little different story, but the Denver Broncos are not the Washington Commanders. They were banged up. So I expect another huge performance from Bo Nix here against the Dallas Cowboys for the Denver Broncos.
I love that. I think Bo's going to have a really good 4 quarters, not just one good quarter like he did last week.
What incredible.
Versus that defense, anyone playing Dallas is phenomenal. Bo Nix is going to go off. And I'm just going to keep the ball rolling here. My running back is J.K. Dobbins versus the Dallas defense. Last week, fantasy-wise, it looks like he had a little bit of a down game, but he went 14 for 81 yards. That's a really good real-life game. He's not involved in the pass game. He's going to see at most 2 targets, probably, maybe bring in one of them. You can run on Dallas, and he hasn't had a touchdown in the last 2 weeks, and that's really what his fantasy value, that's what it determines. If he gets a touchdown, he's going to have 15, 16 points. If he doesn't, he's going to have 8 to 12. There is a chance Dobbins has 2 touchdowns in this game. Dallas doesn't have a defense. Just like I picked Caleb Williams versus Baltimore's defense, Dallas does not have a defense. Denver is going to be able to do whatever they want in this game. Pass, run, anything. It's all going to work because Dallas has no defense, and Dallas is also going to put up probably close to 30 points. So Denver is going to have to go out there, and they're going to have to consistently score 4 quarters to keep up with Dallas. I don't know if that's possible with the way this team has been playing. They're a little bit inconsistent, but Dallas's defense is going to allow Denver to hang in this game. I love J.K. Dobbins this week. I expect him to have near 100 yards. Hopefully he gets into the end zone. You're looking at 15, 16 points for Dobbins this week.
Hell yeah. My running back, our dude again.
Who you got?
I'm just vibing off our guys.
Oh,
Chase Brown. Chase Brown versus the New York Jets. The Bengals are 6-point favorites. The Jets are bad. That implies that the Bengals are going to have a lead in this game, And this is going to be the game where they can rely on Chase Brown and just run this out. Chase Brown had his best game last week in the Old Man Bowl. He broke 100 yards rushing. He averaged 9.7 yards per carry. This was the guy that we've been hyping up all offseason. He was there on Thursday. Chase Brown, if you don't have him, I think go out and get him. The Bengals' schedule is very favorable for offensive players going forward. I think this is the uprise of Chase Brown, what we expected. Joe Flacco, he is notorious for dinking it off. I expect more involvement from the passing game for Chase Brown. But with this, the Bengals being such a favor to win this game, they're going to need to run the ball and run out the clock. And I think Chase Brown is going to get a ton of opportunities here. I think we could be having another 100-yard games. I think he can get into the end zone, sprinkle in for full PPR, 4 or 5 catches. I think this is the game you're finally be like, thank God, this is what I drafted Chase Brown for, and it's against your least favorite team of all time, the New York Jets.
Hey, man, they made the quarterback switch, so I'm way more hyped on the Jets now going forward. Thank God it's not Justin Fields, maybe, as long as Tyrod is healthy. So receiver-wise, I'm going with, wide receiver 2 last week. Phenomenal performance, and I think he's going to have something very similar again. It's Devonta Smith versus
the Vikings.
He killed Minnesota, and now he's going up against the 30th ranked pass defense in fantasy football, the New York Giants. The Giants cannot stop a passing game if their life depended on it. Our secondary is abysmal. There's no A.J. Brown. A.J. Brown has been ruled out for this game. Devonta Smith is the number 1 receiver in Philadelphia this week, off the heels of a game where he had 11 targets, 9 receptions, 183 yards, and a touchdown. I'm willing to say Smith's stat line is going to be damn near close to 6 catches, 100 yards, and a touchdown. I think he's going to rip apart the New York Giants defense. I think Jalen Hurts is going to have a Mondo game. The Eagles are going to come into this game hot, angry, and it's in Philadelphia. There's no way this game plays out like it did 2 Thursdays ago. I think the Giants are going to hang. I think it's going to be close. We'll get to the game when we get there, but I think Devonta Smith is in line for a huge game. And a little side note, I was going to try to sneak in Saquon Barkley as my start of the week with how bad he's been the last 2 weeks.
I also thought about it, no lie. Just
a little bit of a loophole.
Yeah. The Giants.
I think Barkley's going to rip apart the Giants defense on Sunday.
He's due. The Giants defense plays like the 3rd or 4th most man coverage in the NFL, and 2 of the top 3 receivers in beating man coverage this year are Devonta Smith and A.J. Brown. A.J. Brown's out, so I agree this is going to be a huge game for Devonta Smith. I'm going with a team who I've been incredibly negative on all through the offseason, and they made me eat my words every single week, and that is the Indianapolis Colts. I'm going Michael Pittman against the Tennessee Titans on Sunday. Pittman, when they played Tennessee earlier in the year, he was wide receiver 13 in a full PPR league, and Pittman is the guy here. Josh Downs will be back. I don't think that's going to eat too much into Pittman's work. Tennessee struggles with the kind of built receivers like Michael Pittman, the bigger, kind of taller guys. Like they struggle with Cortland Sutton. They struggled with Michael Pittman earlier this year. So I expect that to go on here. Michael Pittman has another, top 15, top 20 performance from the wide receiver position against the Tennessee Titans in a division matchup as the Indianapolis Colts continue to roll, I would assume, as they push towards their bye week.
Yeah, I like that a lot. I think Pittman's in line for a Mondo. The Colts are so good, dude. They're rolling. Absolutely phenomenal ball down there in Indianapolis. Tight end, you want me to go?
Tight end. Our tight end. Last week we were real gross with tight ends with Michael Mayer and Chigakonkwo. We're just a little gross this time.
Bed. Yeah, we're a little bit better this week.
2 total points combined from the 2 of us. And they were all you. Chigakonkwo got 0. I was going to say, what?
At least my guy didn't goose. So, tight end, I'm going with Dalton Schultz. I know I obviously wasn't hyped when you brought up that he was a startable tight end on Tuesday's episode, but you brought it up, man. Like, Nico's not playing. Christian Kirk's not playing. He's playing San Fran. It's a decent matchup. It's not a bad matchup. It's a middle of a pack matchup. So it's all right. Who's CJ Stroud going to throw the ball to? It's going to be Dalton Schultz. It's going to be Jalen Noel. It's a bunch of rookies and Dalton Schultz. He was questionable all throughout the week. He was full in practice on Friday. He's good to go. He's already said he's playing 100%. Last week, he had 10 targets. He brought in 9 catches for 98 yards. That's a crazy game. He's due for a
Last
touchdown.
2
He
weeks
has
he's been good.
zero touchdowns on the year, so he's due to get in the end zone. Here are his targets for the last 4 games: 10 targets, 6 targets, 6 targets, 6 targets, and he's brought in 5 catches every game except the one he had 10 targets. He brought in 9 catches. This dude's good for 5 catches a game. Like, he's going to get the ball a bunch because of Nico being out. He's got the concussion. Christian Kirk is out because he's always hurt. His body's made of glass. I love Dalton Schultz this week. I do not love Dalton Schultz long term. I do not love this offense long term. Dalton Schultz is my number 1 start out of the whole Houston Texans. And I don't think I've ever said that in my life. So I'm taking advantage of that, and I'm letting him ride as my tight end of the week, dude. Dalton Schultz, tight end, start him. I think he's good for 5, 6 catches, 50, 60 yards. Hey, man, maybe this is his first touchdown of the year, so we'll see what happens.
Shout out Ash. She loves Dalton Schultz. That's one of her guys. It's a weird
Bad
one.
take.
Yeah.
Bad take.
Dalton Schultz is playing the 49ers. You brought that up. Last week, the tight end that played the 49ers was 7 for 62, and he is my tight end start of the week. It is my guy, Kyle Pitts of the Atlanta Falcons. They're playing the Miami Dolphins, who are horrid against the tight end position. And Kyle Pitts, in his 3 games at home this year, he's been a tight end 3 and a tight end 8 in full PPR. The other one was like tight end 13. So Kyle Pitts at home, much better. The Atlanta Falcons in general are so much better at home. Michael Penix is averaging almost 290 yards passing at home compared to the road. So Kyle Pitts in Atlanta against the Miami Dolphins, a team who's just bad against tight end and just falling apart in general as we speak. This is another game. Kyle Pitts has been pretty good this year. He's on pace for over 600 yards. Darnell Mooney's back, and I think that's favorable for him. It leaves, it
opens up the offense.
About Kyle Pitts then. And like I said, Miami really bad against tight ends. Kyle Pitts at home, like I said, tight end 3, tight end 5, and a tight end 13, I believe the performance was. So I think a week where there's a ton of bye weeks, Kyle Pitts, you can lock him in your lineup. I think he's a great play this week against the Miami Dolphins.
Yeah, dude, I like it. We had a guy in our home week where he went out and he got Kyle Pitts. I liked the trade. I liked it a lot. It was a good addition for his team. And then he got Orlando Gatson on waivers, dude. He's rocking 3 tight ends, and I like all 3 of them going forward for sure. So it's a risky strategy, but a lot of tight ends are performing decently this year.
Yeah. There we go. Those are our Dubby plays of the week. Be better. Eat that dub with Dubby Energy. Use the code DRAFTEDUP for a nice 10% discount anytime, anywhere. Dubby.gg or search Dubby, D-U-B-B-Y, in your Apple App Store or your Google Play Store. Okay. You ready to dive into week 8?
Week 8, dude. I can't believe week 8 already, dude. That's crazy. Yeah, dude. It's fine. It's fine.
We're pushing.
I hate how fast football goes.
Yeah. Hey, before we jump into week 8, put in your comments. What your plays of the week, your confidence plays. If there's guys that you're confident in, put them in. Let us know your plays of the week. I would love to hear it. I'm sure Nick would as well. And if you disagree with ours, call us out on it. I'm all for the good back and forth. So yeah, put in the comments your plays of the week. You're confident guys. You want to lock in your lineups this week, because this is a tricky week. There's 6 teams on a bye, and you're going to be having guys in flex leagues, double flex leagues that you normally wouldn't be thrilled to start, and you're going to be playing this week. So yeah, shout out your confidence plays of the week in the comments section. Also apologize for not putting out the After Dark episode. I was exhausted after work Wednesday, so maybe I'll put one out on Sunday. No guarantees, but if anyone was looking for that, it'd be like, they said they were posting an episode. I was too tired. I just didn't have the energy to do it.
It is what it is. You mentioned the good back and forth, dude. I brought up today at work that I think I missed my calling, dude. I think I should have joined the debate team in high school. I really would have loved to have been on a debate team. I think I would have knocked that shit out of the park, bro. And then our good buddy Chuck he looked at me and goes, they would have kicked you off that team so fucking fast for making everyone rage quit, dude. Man, I just love getting people going, dude. Yeah. It's a gift. Got the gift, the gab, brother.
I I wish I had continued on in college and just got into the radio and audio stuff, because that was pre podcasts, and
But look
I
at us now.
could have hit. Yeah, yeah, but
Look
could
at
have
us
been,
now.
Really killed the editing side. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
so,
for sure.
Week
But,
8,
we're here.
Armageddon. Arizona,
Let's get it.
Detroit, Jacksonville, Las Vegas, Los Angeles Rams, and the Seattle Seahawks all on
Bam.
buys this week. So Tuesday, when we do our players of the week, and players of the week EA, it'll be the first time we don't bring up Jackson Smith and Jigba because he is not playing this week. So, well, superstar. All right, the Buffalo Bills travel to Carolina to take on the Panthers. The Bills are 7-point road favorites. Over under set at 46.5. Buffalo's lost 2 straight games. They're coming off their bye week. I don't think there's any way they lose this game. I think this is a game you can lock James Cook into your lineup. He hasn't been great in those 2 losses, but when the Bills are winning, James Cook has been incredible for fantasy.
Amazing.
Josh Allen, obviously, in your lineup. If Dalton Kincaid's out there, he was questionable. I haven't heard anything about reports today. You could play him. Carolina also pretty bad against tight ends, but he's the only other option on the Bills offense I'm playing. I'm not messing around with Keon Coleman, Khalil Shakir, even with the bye week stuff. Like Coleman, you're really relying on a touchdown. Shakir, you're relying on volume. I could see this just being a real run-heavy game, Josh Allen and James Cook from the Buffalo side.
Yeah, Kincaid still hasn't practiced in full all week, so it's not looking great, but he still might be out there. But
Dawson Knox might be a good, if you're desperate, play.
Yeah, because of the bye weeks and whatnot. It's a great tight end matchup. I don't hate it. Yeah, I really like James Cook, obviously. I like Josh Allen, who's gonna bench Josh Allen, no one. Other than that, though, I'm not really loving any Bill. I mean, if Kincaid plays, I'm cool playing him, but the Panthers have a decent, you don't really score fantasy points receiver-wise. You run the ball in the Panthers. You don't really pass.
Mm-hmm.
Shakir,
they've been
Coleman,
a little better
kind of
against
out
the run than the previous years, but I think more questions in this game are on the Carolina side. It looks like it's going to be Andy Dalton on Sunday.
It's been announced that regardless if Bryce Young plays, he's either going to be the backup or the emergency, but Andy Dalton's the starting quarterback.
Yeah, so that makes the passing game in Carolina a little more interesting. When Dalton was in, you brought it up on Tuesday, he hyper-targeted Xavier Legette.
Yeah.
I don't hate plugging Legette in as a flex guy this week with all the buys. I think it's a good chance at volume, and Carolina likely is playing from behind. I'll take that shot. I think Xavier Legette's a good flex guy, double flex guy. You're not going to bench Tenero McMillan. It might be a little underwhelming, but he's a wide receiver 2 flex play with Andy Dalton or Bryce Young, no matter who the quarterback is. The real question with Carolina is the running back room. It was pretty 50-50, which we didn't expect. So are you playing Chuba or Rico this week, or neither? It's going to be tough to not play either of them because of the bye weeks.
I think you can flex either of them. I don't think either of them are going to be an RB2, top 24, but I think they're both going to hover around the top 30. So I think they're playable this week with all the buys, but don't expect a 200, 100-yard game from Rico. If anything, it's going to be 70, 80 yards probably, a couple catches for Chuba Hubbard. It's not going to be great, anything out of this world for either back, but I think both you can play.
If you had to play one of them, say you were the Chuba Hubbard owner and you snagged Rico and you don't want to move on from him, would you playing Rico or Chuba?
I know it's going to sound crazy. I think I'd play Chuba this week because they're going to play from behind, and he's the receiving back.
Yep.
Okay. Nice.
Yep.
Nice.
I agree. Yeah, Chuba's there's more guarantee with him getting pass catching work. Rico Dowdle really, and he needs a touchdown.
Yeah, for sure. There's a chance that they're just so far behind. Rico has 70 yards on the ground, and that's it. And then you're stuck with 7 points where Chuba Hubbard could have 5-6 catches and 60, 70 yards and 50 yards on the ground still. So, yeah, give me Chuba this week.
Yep. I think we're both going to pick Buffalo here, but let's shout out Carolina. They're 4-3. They got a winning record. The Carolina Panthers are playing much better football.
They're playing
I think
decent ball.
They're going under the radar. I don't think people realize that this is a team with a winning record. So I want to give them a shout out as like you see the 7-point spread. Buffalo's on the road and they get that spread. And you would think Carolina, they're bad. It's just stigma from the last couple years. But They're playing much better football. I think they will hang around in this game. I do like the spread, though. I think Buffalo will win by a touchdown.
I was going to say,
the Bills,
I think
obviously.
the Bills cover. Yeah, I think the Bills cover. The Panthers are playing decent ball, though. I get they're 4-3, but the 7-point spread doesn't matter to me. They're playing the Buffalo Bills. Of course, they're going to be the underdog. You could have told me that they were 12-point underdogs, and I would have been like, I kind of believe that they're playing the Bills. Vegas knows what they're doing. So I honestly think a 7-point spread is actually kind of decent for the Panthers. That seems a little bit respectable.
They're playing the Bills, who are off a 2-game losing streak, coming off their bye. It's tough matchup here for Carolina. Josh Allen has never lost 3 games in a row, which kudos to him. But
that's crazy.
I don't think that happens here. New York Giants, they travel to Philadelphia to take on the Eagles. The Eagles are 7.5-point home favorites. Over-under is set at 43.5. Devonta Smith, your play of the week at the wide receiver position. Lock him in, especially with no A.J. Brown. I think that's a good play. I think that's a great play. Saquon Barkley, you're still not moving on from him despite the up and down year he's having. Jalen Hurts, same situation. You're not moving on from him. I feel this just every week. The biggest question is with Philadelphia, are you playing Dallas Goedert?
Oh, yeah. This week I'm playing Dallas Goedert with more confidence than I probably have all season because there's no A.J. Brown. It's him and Devonta Smith are the receivers. If A.J. Brown's in the mix, of course, then Goddard, I'm like, in my eyes, I don't want the offense to run through Goddard, so Brown should get more targets. Smith should get more targets. Barkley's the running back. Brown's out of the question now. So, and I honestly think this game's going to be close. It's going to be a decently high-scoring game. The Giants with Jackson Dart are a completely different team than they were with Russell Wilson. Our first drives, we've scored every time Jackson Dart has started. We score immediately on the first drive. Jackson Dart runs those designed plays phenomenally. And I just love our offense going forward. Philly's playing hit or miss ball. I think this game's going to be decently high scoring. I'm starting a ton of people in this game for sure.
Yeah. You're not messing around with whoever plays for A.J. Brown, Jahan Dotson. You would assume it's him. Tough week with buys.
No, I don't want to take that chance. It's a great matchup, but I'm not willing to do that.
I agree. I think this could just be a heavy Goddard, heavy Devonta Smith game. The Giants, you brought up Jackson Dart. He has scored more fantasy points in the first quarter than any quarterback in football this year, and he's only played 4 games.
That's insane. That is an insane stat. 4 games played, and he scored more first quarter points than any quarterback in football this season. Hey, baby, let's go, Jackson.
Yeah. He's averaging like 8 points a game on the ground, which is incredible for a quarterback. He is playing beyond what I expected early on.
He's beyond what I expected, and I had Dart so high in my draft process, but I didn't expect this right off the bat.
Brian Dable's doing an incredible job coaching this kid up, and he's doing an incredible job adjusting to the NFL. So even with the matchup being tough, I think Jackson Dart is a fine play. I
agree.
Yeah.
I honestly think he's
a
borderline starter. I think Dart's a borderline starter the rest of the year.
Yeah.
He's been consistently near the top 12 every single start with 2 QB3 finishes on the season. So I'm starting this guy near every week if I have the option.
Yep. I absolutely agree. Cam Scatterbo, you're not moving on from him. He's been great this year. Some
guy at work today compared Cam Scatterbo with a juggernaut, and I absolutely loved the comparison, dude.
Oh, the juggernaut, bitch. I just need him to yell out, I'm Cam Scatterbo, bitch.
Oh, if he would yell that, like, you could, like, pick it up on the mic as he's just running down the field. I'm Cam Scatterbo, bitch. Oh, I love that guy. I can. What a world. What a timeline. What a world. What a world.
Yeah, that words I never thought you'd say. I love Cam Scatterbo.
Me either. I'm telling you right now, I got merch on the way, bro. I got a Jackson Dart Cam Scatterbo merch on the way, bro.
Do you mess around with any of the pass catchers for the Giants? Wandale, Lil Jordan Humphrey, Darius Slayton, Theo Johnson.
Nah, give me Wando. Last week versus Denver, 6 catches, 95 yards. The week versus Philly, 6 catches, 84 and a touchdown. The week before that, 5 catches. Like, yeah, give me Wando. He's going to get a bunch of catches.
He's a strong PPR play. I agree.
Yeah.
Hit him or Xavier Legette.
Ooh.
A little more upside with Legette. but a little
I
more
agree, but I think
safety
Wandale's
with
a lot safer than
Yeah.
Leggett.
Yeah.
But man, I'd probably go Leggett. I'm not gonna lie to you.
I would also lean Leggett as well. I think there's a bigger chance for a 20-point game, whereas Wandale, like, I think I'm capped off
10
at
to 15.
10 to 15. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I agree.
Taking Philadelphia here. Sorry.
Hey man, I've picked the Giants once this year and we lost, so I'm also taking Philadelphia. So let's keep the ball rolling.
All right. Yeah, we're doing the same. We're keeping the ball rolling. The Cleveland Browns.
I'm gonna tell you right now though, if the Giants somehow beat the Eagles on Sunday,
you're gonna be unbearable.
I'm gonna be absolutely a menace on this
podcasting that week.
I will. Oh my God! Every Eagles fan would hate me for the next 2-3 months. Mom's gonna kill me. Our mom's a huge Eagles fan, so
then we're gonna have a softball game coming up after that.
Ooh, I cannot wait. We need the dub, bro.
All right. Speaking of needing dubs, the Cleveland Browns, they need it. They travel to New England to take on the Patriots. Patriots are a 7-point home favorite. The 5-2 New England Patriots. The over-under is 40.5.
So good, dude.
Gross.
42.5, and that's 30 points to New England. 40.5.
Yeah.
Yes, that's going to be like 30 points to freaking New England.
Quinshon Judkins in the lineup. He was great last week. Like I said, he outscored my whole starts of the week. Just him.
Big dog status.
You're not going to move on from him. Did you hear anything on Njoku this week? I heard he was limited, but I haven't heard anything today.
Still listed as limited. He was limited in practice. So he hasn't practiced in full all week.
Yeah. So Harold Fannin, if Njoku isn't out there, is a great play this week. He's on pace for 70 catches and 700 yards on the year.
Mm-hmm.
Njoku, who that was my guy. He was my fantasy darling at the tight end position. He's on pace for 60 for 600. So, like, he's still been great. Like, they're the only two viable options in the passing game for Cleveland. But if Njoku's not out there, Harold Fannin's a great play. Lock him in, probably a tight end, top 10 tight end for sure, especially in PPR. If Njoku is out there, you move him down a little bit, but I think you keep him in the lineup.
Yeah, I think Fanning's the only receiving option I'm for sure playing. Even if Njoku's out there, he hasn't practiced the full. I'm probably trying to lean out of him. But Judkins is a lock. He's like the only Brown I'm willing to lock in my lineup. Probably the rest of the year, I'm going to be honest. I think Fanning's like a spot start kind of guy. Judkins, though, you start that guy every week and don't even think about it twice.
I agree. New England, do they have any locks here? Cleveland's got a great defense, and that is what's carrying them right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't want to play any Patriot receiver. Like, Diggs is getting volume, but he's not been great with it. Booty's not getting a ton of volume, but he's been efficient and capitalizing, scoring touchdowns. Ramondre, it's a tough matchup. He's getting everything. Travion Henderson, who knows what's going on there? Like,
who?
Drake May? It's hard to move on from Drake May. So I'm not going to bench Drake May. He's going to be the one guy to start, but it is tough to bench Ramondre because he's the starting running back for a team who's projected to win by a good amount. But it is a tough matchup. Like, he could easily get me a 12 carry for 14-yard performance, and you're just hoping he falls into the end zone.
But he's probably going to fall into the end zone, maybe even twice.
Yeah, and it's also tough to bench him on a week where there's 6 teams on a bye. So
I'm just telling you right now, on the heels of a game where Travion Henderson was on the field for 14% of snaps, and he had 2 carries for 5 yards, I'm starting the hell out of Ramondre Stevenson this week. I get it is a terrible matchup. I'm not saying he's going to be amazing, but he's going to get the ball a bunch. They're going to be up. This probably isn't going to be a close game, to be honest. Drake May is an amazing quarterback, and that's the reason they're 5-2. I'm starting Henderson. I'm cool with Diggs. I'm cool with Booty, and I'm sure as hell starting Drake May.
Okay, so we're kind of opposite. I don't want to play any Patriot that's not Drake May. That's
and like Steph Diggs is fine. Like last week, he was 7 for 60. He had the dud game versus New Orleans. Amazing game versus Buffalo. Really good game versus Carolina.
Well,
he's still getting into
for him. That dude holds a grudge for life. I can't.
like no other.
I hope he doesn't have Minnesota on the schedule anytime soon.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm cool with Steph Diggs, and Booty's gone. He's been really good the last 2 weeks. 2 for 55 in the touchdown. The week before that, 5 for 93 and 2 touchdowns. I'm cool taking a chance on all these guys with all the bye weeks this week. So yeah, I'm cool playing Diggs. I'm cool playing Booty.
Okay.
I'm definitely playing Ramondre. I get it's a terrible matchup, but if I had to bet on a touchdown this week, it's probably Ramondre Stevenson. Just because New England's going to win, and it's probably going to be through the run game. I get it's Cleveland, but New England's too good in my eyes. And that's an insane statement to say, but I said that like they were my Washington this year. Like I was really high in the Commanders last year. Rookie quarterback with Jaden Daniels, new coaching staff. I love what Mike Vrabel is doing here in New England. Drake May has taken that step forward. He's an elite quarterback. I'm putting him in that bucket of elite quarterbacks. We've seen what he did coming out of the draft process. Like you and I were so high. You were higher on than I was, but we both love Drake May. And he's that guy. Like he is the reason the Patriots are 5-2. It's nobody else. Well, Mike Vrabel, obviously, but Drake May on the field is the reason they are 5-2.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm playing Drake May with confidence. I don't care about the tough matchup. Yeah. If I had to pick one of the receivers, I would actually lean Booty over Diggs. Ramondre, I don't want to play him. I don't want to play Ramondre, but with all the bye weeks, it's tough to like Ramondre or Alvin Kamara. What a world we're living in.
Ramondre, probably. I'm not gonna lie to you. I mean, with Kendra Miller not being out there, that's insane. But that shouldn't even be in the realm of possibilities as a thing. Kamara was being drafted as RB15 this year. Ramondre is being drafted as like RB40. Yeah. No one wanted anything to do with Ramondre.
And you did. That's your guy. You love Ramondre.
Yeah, it's true. I like it's because this is the option. This pathway was written in it was obviously that this was going to happen in my eyes. He's not good, but they love this guy. He's their RB1. It's not even question.
I would still go Kamara. The Bucks struggle with pass catching backs and no Kendre Miller. Yeah. We're both going New England here.
Oh yeah, for sure. You want to do a Kamara Ramondre bet? Who has more points?
Full PPR Kamara versus Ramondre? Yeah, I'll take it.
Yeah. Okay.
Dollar bet.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Cool. Well, all right. Miami, the Dolphins, they travel to Atlanta to take on the Falcons. Falcons 7.5 point home favorites, over under set at 44.5. Devon Achane, lock him in. He's somehow the only great player in Miami. Jalen Waddle, tough week last week. Atlanta's defense has been a little bit better. Tough to move on from him, but I'll put him in my lineup. That is it, though. That's it.
Jalen Waddle was hurt all week. He's good to go. He practiced in full today. But obviously, did you see his injury was both hamstrings? How does someone hurt both their hamstrings?
How's Jalen Waddle?
I literally just clicked his profile and is Jalen Waddle good to go against Falcons, parenthesis, hamstrings. I've never seen hamstrings pluralized like that. I'm not gonna lie.
He's the one fish in SpongeBob that's always in a body cast.
My leg.
Yeah, that's Jalen Waddle.
I love that guy though. He's a legitimate dog, dude. Like he's out there regardless. He's hurt every single week.
Yep, but sometimes not good for fantasy. Devon Achane's been great though. Keep him in your lineup. He has been the focal point of this offense. He was a little bit more efficient than he usually is last week. And that was against Cleveland, so kudos to him. Atlanta.
It's been the last 2 weeks. 2 weeks ago, he had 8 yards a carry. This last week, he was 6.5. So these last 2 weeks, he's been like that rookie Devon Achane where he's been busting off long-ass runs. So I like Achane a lot this week.
Yeah. Atlanta, Drake London, keep him in your lineup, even though we had a tough week last week against the Niners. Sure. Darnell Mooney, I think 2 flex league, Darnell Mooney is in play. I do. He was involved against the Niners. I would go Wandale just because he's the number one, like locked in there, whereas Mooney could be the 3rd or 4th option here. This could be a game where Atlanta doesn't even pass and Bijan Robinson has 60 points for fantasy.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah,
I'm a little bit more worried on Mooney than you are.
Yeah, but I think you can, in a pinch, he could be a double flex start.
Would you play
Bijan,
him or any of the Bills receivers? So
I would
Shakir,
play
Keon Coleman.
I would play Mooney over both the Buffalo guys.
Both of them? I'd play him over Coleman. I wouldn't play him over Shakir.
Okay. Bijan in Kyle Pitts, good play this week with buys, especially against Miami. Michael Penix, he's a streamable option. No Jared Goff this week, no Sam Darnold, no Matt Stafford. These are guys who are, frequently in fantasy lineups. So I don't hate pivoting to Michael Penix this week.
I think he'll be fine. He's still listed as questionable. He's got a knee injury, so he's going to be playing banged
Kirk
up.
Cousins?
But it could be.
We get Kirko.
We might be getting Kirko. Like, it's still not announced that Penix is playing. He's still listed as questionable. So I would try to pivot out of it, but if you can't with the bye weeks, I get it. If he plays, this is a good matchup.
Yeah, just go pick up Joe Flacco. He's probably out there.
Oh, Joe Flacco should be rostered. He is going to be like 2 years ago, Joe Flacco, where he was putting up really good fantasy points. It's crazy how the tide shifted on Flacco real quick in that offense. Yeah,
it might have actually been a Browns and Stefanski issue, not a Joe Flacco is bad and old issue.
I agree.
Yeah. Anyone else in this game?
I don't think so. The Dolphins. It's really the two guys, and Atlanta's kind of hit or miss.
Waller's on IR, so he's of no use. They brought up Greg Dulcich, but he's irrelevant.
Pass. Yep.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Taking Atlanta here at home.
What's the spread? Not that it matters, but
7.5.
That's a good spread. I'm also taking Atlanta though. But I just wanted to know how bad the Dolphins are.
How long until Mike McDaniel gets fired?
2 weeks ago. He should have been fired 2 weeks ago. It has to be coming soon. Like, it legitimately has to be coming soon. That I do not know. I'm not a big Dolphins guy.
I got him.
Live Google search. Well, he's got a couple weeks left.
Yeah,
it has to physically be coming. There's no way he's their coach.
I think he gets fired before the bye, and then it gives the new coach, the interim coach, a week.
The extra week.
2 weeks. Yeah. Yep. The New York Jets travel to Cincinnati to take on the Bengals. Bengals 6-point home favorites, over under set at 44.5. Maybe it's Tyrod Taylor. Maybe it's Justin Fields. For Nick's sake, he hopes it's Tyrod Taylor. Garrett Wilson's out. Is it Breece Hall and no one else here? Like, Mason Taylor was questionable. I don't know. I didn't see any practice reports for him today. But if he's out there, he's still listed as questionable. He didn't practice Thursday. I got nothing for Friday. Limited.
Breece Hall would be the only guy I would look to even play, and I'm not even confident about that. I think the Jets are going to have a lot of short drives, not moving the ball a bunch, even on a bad Bengals defense. Breece Hall's the only guy I'm willing to even look into getting my lineup from the Jets offense this week. Yeah, and I'm not thrilled about it.
Yeah. With Mason Taylor being limited, I wouldn't put him in, even though it is a juicy matchup against the Bengals. And like, with Tyrod, Breece he was Hall 3 for 31. Yeah, Breece Hall's it for me.
Breece Hall's been questionable. He's been questionable all week, but he was full in practice Friday.
Yeah,
so
he was full. Yeah, I think that was just I think it was just a rest thing, but Taylor was 3 for 31 with Tyrod, or Mason Taylor was 3 for 31 when Tyrod Taylor was in the game, which was his whole stat line last week. But being limited in practice, it's tough to go with him. You willing to go take a shot on Josh Reynolds? He's going to be the number one receiver here.
No.
Okay. Yeah. And
you can tell me half the NFL's not playing, and I'm still not starting a Jets receiver.
Shout out Bobby. In our home league, he's playing Josh Reynolds this week.
Bobby, don't do that. Word to the wise. Please do not do
play
that.
your Bengals. Joe Flacco in play.
Chase Brown, my play of the week. Josh Reynolds isn't even healthy. He's got a hip injury. He's questionable. Do not play a Jets receiver, brother. Like, no one in the world should be playing a Jets receiver.
Arian Smith, rookie from Georgia.
No one. Absolutely no one. You want to start a Jets receiver? Jericho Cotchery. There's your Jets receiver you start.
Lavernius Coles.
Yeah, like, I'm not starting a single Jets receiver. Oh, chef kiss.
Play your Bengals
I think of him
receivers,
as
though.
Oh yeah, play every
T.
Bengal.
Higgins,
Play them all.
great play. Jamar Chase, obviously, incredible play. Chase Brown, my play of the week. Lock it in. I think it's the big week for Chase Brown. Joe Flacco, I think, is a great streaming option as well at quarterback. As you say, you had Jaden Daniels, who's also out, so that kind of affects it. Or, Stafford, Goff, Darnold, those guys, and you're just streaming quarterbacks. I think Joe Flacco's a good play.
Yeah, no, I couldn't agree more, dude. And Sauce Gardner's not playing, so the Cardinals, the Bengals receivers are going to eat up. No one's going to eat out there covering Chase. No one's covering T. Higgins. I don't even think the Jets have a full 52-man roster.
I'm not even playing.
No, he's out. Yeah, he's already listed as out. That's what I'm.
Okay.
I don't think the Jets have a full 52-man roster. I'm not going to lie to you, dude. Like, that's how banged up and bad this team is.
Old-ass Aaron Glenn's going to have to get out there and suit up at corner. He's probably a better corner than he is head coach at this point.
I was just going to make that joke. Oh,
I
God,
love Aaron
you beat
Glenn.
me to it.
I love Aaron Glenn. You don't. You hate Aaron Glenn. You think he's...
I do. I'm an active hater.
I want to be in on Aaron Glenn and this team, but...
On
Aaron
what
Glenn
team?
is like a coach.
This team?
Aaron Glenn is a coach, more so, being the coach. But... it's going to be tough to keep him around.
He's going to be there. He's going to be there next year. The owner came out and when he in the press conference, he really backed up Aaron Glenn. He really put the team down, which is a terrible idea. That's bad for your team morale. But I mean, if I was the owner, I'd probably be pretty adamant that Justin Fields is never playing again with the New York Jets. That guy is not an NFL
His son was just like, look how fast he is in Madden, Dad.
Unbelievable. The Jets organization is a goddamn
Bengals win
joke.
by 10? Double digits? Is the big win for the Bengals?
What's the spread?
6.
6?
Yeah.
I'm willing to double the spread. Bengals win by 12.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Bengals, they back? Are the Bengals back?
No. No. First off, the Bengals haven't arrived because they don't have a defense and they don't have Joe Burrow, but it's fun.
Pittsburgh?
At least they're fun. That's all I care about. Joe Flacco has the team looking fun again, and that's good for fantasy football.
If they beat the Jets, they're 4-4.
If they beat the Jets, that's
the
out of
Steelers
pocket.
might lose
if I
this
have
week,
one guarantee this week,
Steelers might fall to 4-3. Bengals beat the Steelers. The Bengals might be back. They might be back.
I don't know, man.
Before we go to Chicago and Baltimore, let's shout out our other affiliate over at Finley Hats. Their hats are built for good times and long times. Yeah, if your hat is damaged or destroyed, they'll replace it or repair it absolutely free. They got free shipping across U.S. They do weekly hat drops every week. This week's hat drop is fast food based, so they got a little cat in the Hamburglar suit. They got a little Taco Bell one, stuff like that. But they do other weekly drops. They've done spooky stuff. They did 90s TV, so all sorts of stuff. So check them out over at Finley Hats. They also have snapbacks, dad hats, beanies. They also have merch, jerseys, joggers, all sorts of stuff over there. Sunglasses. They do mystery boxes as well. So check them out. Click the link in the description. You'll get a cool 15% off your first purchase over at Finley Hats. So join the Finley Force and support our friends over there out of Portland, Oregon. All right, the Chicago Bears travel to Baltimore to take on the Ravens. The Ravens are 7-point home favorites. The over-under set at 49.5. That tells me Vegas thinks Lamar Jackson's going to be back this week.
Yeah. He was full in practice, but he's still listed as questionable, so it's still up in the air officially.
Yeah, I think he'll be out there.
I kind of agree.
Baltimore absolutely needs it. Their season needs it. They can't afford to go to 1-6.
If they go 1-6, I think then we can say the playoffs are pretty much near out of the. That's going to be too hard to call back from. They can still make a fight from here if they start winning games, but they have to do it this week.
Yeah. Well, they got Miami next week, so
easy.
And then they got Minnesota.
Hey, I'm not counting you guys out yet, man. Like, you guys are still a good team, dude. It literally happens where you guys shit the bed. It happens to everybody.
But who knows with JJ McCarthy? That's going to be the question. Because he'll be back.
Could be a boat. He could be a boat.
All right. Baltimore. With Lamar Jackson out there, I'm comfortably putting Zay Flowers back in my lineup. Derrick Henry, I think, is a good play this week. I think they'll be winning at times, so Derrick Henry should have value. Do you mess around with either a Ravens tight end, Mark Andrews, Isaiah Likely, on a week with 6 teams on a bye? I'm not playing Mark Andrews or Isaiah Likely.
Mark Andrews had 6 targets. He's better with Lamar. Like, that's the thing. Like, he hasn't had Lamar. It's been terrible. I'm not confidently playing him. If I had to play him or Likely, I'm taking Andrews without question. This week. Going forward, maybe Likely. Going forward, maybe. But give me Andrews over Likely this week, for sure.
I would play both our plays of the week, Dalton Schultz and Kyle Pitts over Mark Andrews. I would play
for sure, yeah.
I would play Cade Otton over Mark Andrews this week.
Yeah, no, I probably agree. All right, yeah. All right, fine. Well, fuck me, man. All right, I guess fine. You know what? Fine. Don't start Mark Andrews. All right, God.
Yeah.
Goodness gracious.
Yes, Mark Andrews. He's done. He's washed. I was right. Anyone else from Baltimore?
This is what's gross about this. I've never once defended. I'm not a Mark Andrews guy. In the history of history, am I not? I'm very anti Mark Andrews. And my dumbass is like, Mark Andrews can be fine because of Lamar Jackson. And then Mark Andrews is like, no, I'm actually dog shit, by the way. I've never been good. It is what it is. Oh, fuck that guy, dude.
Just watch. Anyone else in Baltimore?
You're right. Best ball guy, you could take a shot at him, but I'd pass.
Chicago. Passing game should be much better this week against Baltimore. So
he's gonna eat, baby. He's gonna
keep
eat
the faith with Rome Odunze. Colston Loveland. Adam, I don't know if this is the week he breaks out, but Cole Kmet's not playing. I think this is the shift upwards for Colston Loveland. So I would be rostering him now, and that way you're not trying to get him after a good week, which I think happens this week. I think he has a good week.
Yeah, try to get ahead of it for Loveland for sure. Last week he played a season high 67% of snaps. He had a season high 4 targets, season high receptions 3. Colston Loveland should be stashed at this point, and he's got a couple good games. He's got Cincinnati coming up, the Giants, Minnesota, Pittsburgh, Green Bay, twice in the playoff run almost. So I like Loveland a lot going forward, just in case he breaks out this week. I totally agree.
Yep. DeAndre Swift, he's a good RB2. Yep. Manung guy, pick him up.
Should be rostered.
Keep him on your bench.
I wouldn't play him this week, but he 100% should be on rosters at this point, because if it happens again, he's going to be a really hot commodity. I did go out last week. I got him in a couple waivers just in case he breaks off, kind of like Loveland is going to.
And then it's really DJ Moore.
Pass.
Has not been good.
That's a no. That's a no for me, dog. Try to defend your boy. Come on, man. Come on. Hype him up.
Okay.
Hype him up.
Okay. Hype him up. Okay. DJ Moore.
Oh God. God, he says.
Yeah. I'm gonna try. No Cole Kmet. So we think it's gonna be Loveland getting those targets. Maybe it is DJ Moore. Like, the targets Cole Kmet's getting are more DJ Moore like targets than they are Colston Loveland. They're kind of junk targets. So DJ Moore maybe just gets one of these junk targets at, 7 yards down the field, and he takes it to the house against a bad Baltimore defense. I think he is a 2 flex play this week. So you can play. I would play him. I would play him over any of the Jets wide receivers. I would play
couldn't agree more.
I would play him over any of the San Francisco 49ers wide receivers.
Kendrick Bourne? Or what's his name? Yeah?
Juwan Jennings, Kendrick Bourne. I'd play him over both of them.
I wouldn't play him over Bourne, dude.
Yep. I would. I would play him over both the Bills wide receivers.
All right, give me a redemption with the dollar bet. Give me Bourne over DJ Moore.
Okay.
You got Kamara in your easy bet. Give me one. Give me one back.
I was gonna. The hot one I was gonna say was I'd play him over Jalen Waddle.
Oh, that's outlandish. That's crazy, bro.
I'm
DJ
not
Moore has as many. he has as many double-digit fantasy performances on the year as Bateman, who we literally just shit-talked seconds ago.
Well,
you can't play DJ Moore. It's like easy.
I mean, you can. The tough week with buys.
I mean, yeah, sure, I can play Bateman too, but I'm not going to.
I would play him over the Tennessee wide receivers. I'm just picking the bad receiving teams.
Yeah, you're really shooting the bar low, brother.
Yeah.
You are right. I would take him over any Tennessee Titans receiver because Calvin Ridley is out.
So, all right. So I would have taken him over Calvin Ridley in a heartbeat.
It's close. It's a lot closer than it freaking should be. I can tell you that much.
I would take Io Minor over Ridley if Ridley was playing. So, all right. That's enough of DJ Moore.
Yeah, we talked way too much on a guy that's probably going to need to score 8 points this week in full point PPR, mind you that.
He'll get his little projection and probably nothing more. I don't have him in any league, so I don't know what he's projected.
Almost 12 points. I don't think he's getting almost 12
insane.
Points. Oh. Well, I'm looking at his projection at 11.5 right now, and I'm like, he's not going to get that.
Oh, that is sleepers more confident in DJ Moore than we are. Yeah. Well, then you're never. I'm. That's DJ Moore's my dude. I think Baltimore wins this game, especially if Lamar Jackson's back.
Give me Chicago.
Hell yeah. Okay. I like it.
I think Chicago's being extremely slept on. 7-point favorites is insane to me. I'm not going to lie to you. The Ravens are literally 1-5. The Bears are 2-4. That is extremely disrespectful in my eyes. I'm not going to lie to you.
Yeah, I think the Ravens win total in Vegas is still set at 10.
That means they have to win out, dude.
Yeah, they can only lose
impossible.
They can only lose 2 more games if it's set at 10. I'm not sure. I don't feel like looking that one up.
I think they're going to make a strong run. I just don't know. I think this game's 7 points to the Ravens seems insane to me. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah,
I think it should be 3.
High.
I think they should have a 3.5 point spread. That's what I would have set the line. The Ravens should be favored. I agree to that. 7 points seems really disrespectful to the Bears. They've been playing really good football. The Ravens have not been playing good football at all. I agree.
But, I mean, the offense has been really good when Lamar Jackson's out there. The defense has been bad.
No, I get that. The line is set because they think Lamar is playing. Yeah. I just still think it's going to be close even when Lamar plays. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah. I also think it'll be close. I'm going to trust Lamar in the shootout here over Caleb. So that's why I'm leaning Baltimore.
Reasonable. They also have a better coach. I get it. I get it.
Play Lamar Jackson if he's back.
For sure.
San Fran, the 49ers, they travel to Houston to take on the Texans. The Texans are 1.5 point favorites. Over-unders at 42.5. I'm shocked Houston's favored.
What?
The Texans are favored.
Huh.
At 1.5. That blows my mind.
Is that true?
Yeah. Yes. Texans are 1.5 point home favorites. The over-under set at 42.5.
Why?
I don't know. That one without Nico Collins. This one's weird.
I mean, Nico's not playing. Christian Kirk's not playing. I get Brock Purdy's not playing, but the Niners have been rolling with Mac Jones. They haven't really. The Niners have been playing phenomenal football with literally half a football team. They are the opposite of the Jets. Both teams are dying, and the Jets aren't even fielding a team by the Niners. It's hey, we got free agent receivers out here blowing up. So
and the Texans are in between.
The Texans are kind of also. That's a weird thing. Texans favored. I would like to talk to a bookie about that.
Yeah. What does Vegas know that we don't? Who can you start from Houston? Dalton Schultz and
maybe Woody Marks. I think Woody Marks is a good option PPR wise. No Nico, no Christian Kirk. He's going to be the PPR back in this backfield. I think he could eat 6-7 catches. And Nick Chubb, dude. He's Nick Chubb's not even an option.
Yeah, he's a worse version of Ramondre Stevenson.
I actually think that was pretty disrespectful to Ramondre. I'm not going to lie to you.
Disrespectful to Nick Chubb's legacy.
Well, yeah, freaking legacy Nick Chubb, but this current Nick Chubb?
How good?
No. I know how good. I know how good Nick Chubb was. You get out of here. Nick Chubb was amazing. Unfortunately, he's got no knees, brother.
Ramondre was 7 for 14 and 13 for 18. 2 weeks, the last 2 weeks not counting. Last week he was great. So
I'm not saying he's better than Nick Chubb.
I don't think it is disrespecting to Ramondre.
But what I'm saying is Nick Chubb isn't the number one RB on this team.
I know, but Nick Chubb has more yards.
The number one RB on his team.
Nick Chubb has more rushing yards and a better yards per carry than Ramondre Stevenson.
Yeah, but who's got more fantasy points, big dog? It's Ramondre. It has to be Ramondre. It's not even. He's got so many touchdowns on the year.
Ramondre has 3 touchdowns. Nick Chubb has 2. So it's probably
I could just get you fantasy points. Nick Chubb has 50 fantasy points this year. Get me Ramondre.
Yeah. I'm on a computer, dude.
Oh my goodness.
Chubb. Yeah, you got to get him.
You talk.
Yeah. If I'm taking a shot on a receiver for Houston, I'm taking it on Jalen Noel over Jaden Higgins, but I'm not. I'll play DJ Moore over both those guys. I'm not playing CJ Stroud. I think Woody Marks is a fine play. Nick Chubb, if you have to, sure. But it's really Woody Marks and Dalton Schultz the only ones I'm comfortably playing. Nick Chubb if I have to. San Fran, Christian McCaffrey, obviously. George Kittle, I'm not letting the 0 points shy away from me keeping him in my lineup. He's still an incredible play. And I don't like any of the Niners receivers this week. If I had to pick one, it would be Kendrick Bourne, but I'm not thrilled about that one. I think this could be another Christian McCaffrey game and the Niners just win 14-10.
Every Niners game is a Christian McCaffrey game. He is the best.
Well, I'm talking last week where they had nobody. Nobody else have any relevance besides Christian McCaffrey.
Oh, yeah, it was McCaffrey. Ramondre has 71 fantasy points in our home week. Nick Chubb has 50. So, bam, Ramondre. Got him. Big dog status. Houston, it's terrible. You brought up Jalen Noel. I would play him over DJ Moore in a heartbeat. Okay. I'm not going to lie to you.
Okay. That's fair.
I would play Kendrick Bourne on the other side over DJ Moore. Woody Marks, I'm cool playing with. Christian McCaffrey, obviously. Kendrick Bourne, I'm cool with. And like you said about George Kittle, dude, he is still one of the best tight ends in football. It's not even close. He played 81% of snaps. It just wasn't in the formula. It wasn't part of the game plan. He wasn't needed, to be honest. Christian McCaffrey was the only one that was needed last week, and it showed. But I'm not going to bench George Kittle. There's no world where I'm benching George Kittle. Not going to happen.
No. And that's...
I'm still blown away by the spread on this game, dude.
Yeah. I'm picking the Niners. I don't think the Texans win this game.
I'm picking the Niners and not even a landslide, but in a heartbeat. Like, it's not even questioned. One team's playing really good football with backups. The other one's playing really bad football with starters. So, and shit, they lost all their starters last week. No Nico, no Kirk. This offense is going to be abysmal. It already was bad to begin with.
Here, DJ Moore, I found like a combination of all like
Stop
experts
bringing
rankings.
This guy up, dude.
They got him ranked as wide receiver 28.
That's
only
too
4
high.
Spots behind George Pickens, who's 24.
You stop bringing this guy up. If you bring up DJ Moore one more time, I'll turn the podcast off.
He's over Kendrick Bourne and Juwan Jennings. So, and
wrong.
Not Steph Diggs though. Steph Diggs is very high. He's also not over Waddle. So
stop bringing up DJ Moore. Who cares?
I said Jalen Waddle. I was just bringing up the other names we talked about.
In general, who cares about DJ Moore? Please move on.
I care about DJ Moore. I hope he gets traded.
I know you do. You have for 8 years.
I hope he gets traded to Buffalo. Tampa Bay travels to New Orleans to take on the Saints. If he gets
traded to Buffalo, he's literally Amari Cooper. He's done. He's trash, bro. You make me so anti-DJ Moore. It's you. That's the problem. He's like, it is what it is.
Yeah. That's a you problem, not a me problem.
You hype him up, bro. I'm not going to lie. He's a fine receiver, too. That's what he is.
I've not hyped him up at all this offseason.
That's because he's bad.
Yeah. You just asked me
had him over Rome.
I had them like back to back. But you asked me to find a DJ Moore line, so that's what I was doing.
Nah. You're good. I
Bucks
asked for a
Saints.
DJ Moore line.
You did. You told me to hype up DJ Moore. Bucks are 4.5-point
40
road
minutes
favorites.
ago.
Over under 46.5. But I was relevant to the names we were talking about. No Bucky Irvings, which makes sense. Tampa's on a bye next week. So Rachaad White, keep him in your lineup even after the bad week. Good matchup against the Saints. Baker Mayfield should have a bounce back week after a down week. Emeka Ibuka, keep going. Tez Johnson, I think you play him. I would play Tez Johnson over DJ Moore easily.
I'm playing Tez Johnson over a whole bunch of guys. Like Tez Johnson, I almost made my start of the week. I'm not going to lie to you.
No, I think Tez Johnson could be a top 24 play this week. I don't hate that.
Yeah, I hyped him up on Tuesdays. I think Tez Johnson going forward is a really good option. When Chris Godwin comes back, obviously, I think he takes a step backwards, but I think he's going to be on the field, and they're going to ease Godwin into this. And with his big play upside, the way Baker throws the deep ball, he's in line for a touchdown any given week.
Yep. And then Kate Otten, I think, is a fine streaming option at tight end this week with the lack of options in Tampa Bay. Yeah.
He's had a nice couple,
Rachaad White?
3-game stretch for Kate Otten. He's been pretty good. Oh, yeah, no, Rachaad White is going to be amazing. Okay. I get he had a dud performance last week, but it was Detroit. It's hard to run on Detroit, but they still got him heavily involved in the pass game. He's Rachaad White of like 2-3 years ago. Like when he's getting all of the volume he's going to produce fantasy wise. It's not going to be pretty, but it's going to be a lot of points at the end of the 4 quarters.
No. Kamara, he's a RB2. Yep. Chris Olave, I think is a great play. Keep him in your lineup. Keep rolling with him. Did you hear anything about Juwan Johnson? I know he was in a non-contact jersey on Thursday, but I didn't hear anything today.
He's got a neck injury, but he practiced in full. He is good to go.
Okay. Yeah, I would play him over Kate Otten. There's way more risk with Juwan Johnson.
That's
just because he's
rough.
He's always hurt, but I think he gives you way more upside than Kate Otten.
I think he does give you more upside, but Kate Otten full point PPR has gone over double digits the last 3 weeks. I think I'd lead Kate Otten this week. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah. Rashid Shaheed?
You can play him. He's a flex guy. He's not like a receiver too, but you can play him.
Yeah. He had 9 targets last week. He's in the same bucket as all the other guys we've talked about. He who will not be mentioned, he's in that bucket.
I would play him over that guy, DJ Moore. But I wouldn't play him over Tez. How dare you? I wouldn't play him over Tez Johnson on the other side. I would play Tez over Rashad. I'm setting the line. Setting the line. Shaheed's projected 13 on Sleeper. Tez is only projected 10. But I would play Tez over Shaheed.
Yeah, I agree. Bucks win.
Yeah, did you bring up Olave at all? He had a really big week last week.
Oh, yeah, I said Olave, lock him in. He's just,
I agree.
I'm at the point where I'm not benching that guy.
I agree. I think I would play him. It's so hard to play him over Ibuka, but I think he has a better game than Ibuka at the end of the day. I'm not going to lie. Like, Ibuka's still hurt. He's seen a bunch of targets.
Only Jamar Chase is seeing more targets than Chris Olave.
That's what I mean. Like, Olave is going to see such a volume on Sunday. I think he's going to be the best receiver in this whole game. Like, fantasy stat-wise, at the end of Sunday, I think Olave is ranked higher than all of the other guys in this game.
I agree with that. Dallas Cowboys travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. Broncos 3.5-point home favorites, over under set at a cool 50 and
what
a
do we
half.
Got? Ooh, I love it. I love Dallas. I love Dallas, dude.
Yeah. I think you just play all your pieces here. Dallas is easy. They're probably the easiest team in fantasy. Dak's in, Javante's in, even with the tough matchup. Pickens and Lamb and Ferguson, all in.
Yeah, I think the only question in this whole game is, do you play another receiving option on Denver's side of the ball besides side? Do you play Mims? Do you play Franklin? And you could even throw Evan Ingram into that mix. Do you play Evan Ingram with all the bye weeks this week?
I think I would take a shot on Mims or Franklin over Ingram. I think they give me more upside. And with all the receivers on a bye, I am willing to play those guys.
Now,
I would lean
don't
Mims,
hear
just more big play upside than Franklin.
like I'm still cool playing Evan Ingram with all of the like since he's come back from injury.
Yeah.
7 targets, 6 targets, 6 targets, 8 targets. He's going to see work versus Dallas's defense, but Mims and Franklin both have high upside because of what they're playing.
Yeah.
They could take one for 70, 80 yards easily.
Yeah, I was going to say, either one of those dudes can get a 70-yard touchdown. So I am cool taking a shot on one of those, especially if I'm an underdog and I need a big play upside guy. I'm fine with that. J.K. Dobbins, I love him. Good pick on start of the week. Obviously, Bo Nix, that's the guy here on the podcast. Lock him in.
What about R.J. Harvey?
He's been great this year. I actually have to play R.J. Harvey in the league. I've actually had to play R.J. Harvey in a league, and I'm okay with it. I think if Dallas gets up early, we might see more Harvey because of the passing work. So I think if you're desperate and in a pinch, yes, you can play R.J. Harvey. But
I agree with the matchup. If Denver's playing from behind, they're going to be passing a bunch because you're able to do that on this defense. RJ Harvey could see a bunch of pass work if that's the way the offense has to roll.
Yeah, yep. And like with the buys, like there's a chance you're a Kyron and Kenneth Walker owner, so you're missing 2 running backs.
Yeah,
you might have to play RJ Harvey. So
even Genty's out. There's a lot of good running backs that are out.
ETN, Gibbs, and Montgomery, a lot of running backs out. Yeah. If you didn't play your bye weeks right, you might be in a pinch and have to play RJ Harvey, and it could be worse. Like I would play, I would play him over like the Chiefs running backs. I would take the shot on him over Pacheco and Brashard Smith and Kareem Hunt.
That's rough. Pacheco's coming off like his best performance of the year, and I think Smith's going to have a really good week this week. I think he's going to take over eventually in that backfield. But I think RJ Harvey has the highest ceiling out of all 3 of those guys.
Yeah. Like, I would even consider playing him over Tony Pollard just because the Colts could just absolutely obliterate the Titans, and Tony Pollard doesn't have a ton of involvement because he's not involved in the passing game.
Well, keep that there. Pick winner, Dallas, Denver, and that's what I mean. Yeah, keep that. Yeah. So pick winner, and then we'll jump to that game.
I'm picking Denver.
You're picking Denver. I'm picking Dallas. I don't think Denver's going to be able to keep up with them.
Okay. Yeah, I was the opposite approach. I think Denver's defense a little better, shuts down Dallas a little bit. Tennessee, they travel to Indy. Titans, Colts, division rival. What do you think the spread is for this bad boy? Colts at home. The over-under is 47.5.
47.5, so 8.5, 9.5.
This is the highest spread of the week.
Oh my God, it's gonna make 14.
Which 8.5 would be the highest spread of the week. The Eagles Giants is the second highest at 7.5.
Oh, disrespect.
It is 14.5 in favor of Indianapolis.
I said 14 as a joke, dude. That's insane. Ooh, I get it.
No, I'm sorry.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I get it.
The second highest spread of the week is the Monday night game, but
that's fine. They don't count.
We hadn't talked about that one yet. And I also don't hate this spread. Daniel Jones, I think he's a fine option at quarterback, but you could be tempered if the Colts are just up. This could just be a Jonathan Taylor game, but Daniel Jones could snipe a touchdown or 2. But I think Pittman's good for bulk work. Jonathan Taylor, obviously, lock him in your lineup. Tyler Warren, same. Do you mess around with Josh Downs? He's going to be back. Or even Alec Pierce, who's been really involved since coming back.
Not particularly. I'm not going to lie to you. Pierce has been all right. He's gone double digits 3 times this year, which is more than your guy from Chicago. I would play Pierce over Downs if that has anything to do with anything. I'd play Pierce over any Houston receiver if we're doing this game again.
Agree. Would you play Josh Downs over any of the Houston guys?
And no, I would play Noel over Downs.
Okay, so you're less confident in Downs than Pierce. I agree.
Oh, yeah. I would play Pierce over Downs. Yeah, for sure. This week,
Tyler Warren, he's a yacht.
Oh,
keep him in.
The best.
Tennessee. Anyone?
Tony Pollard. Maybe. Tony Pollard, maybe,
This
and
might,
it's
this
amazing.
might be a Tajay Spears game.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's tough to bench Pollard because 6 teams are on a bye week, and most of them have good running backs that you're playing. So, if you can afford to move Tony Pollard to your bench, kudos to you. I appreciate your drafting. A lot of people probably can't. So I think there's a decent chance Tony Pollard could be outside the top 24 this week, just based off the fact that Tennessee could just get blown out and he is not used.
I agree. Last week, though, he had a season high catches. He had 6 targets, 6 catches. So if they're willing to start using him in the passing game a little bit more, it's not going to be more than Spears probably going forward. But if he's getting 3-4 catches a game, I'll take that. But I'm not happily starting Tony Pollard this week, and he's the only guy I would look to play in this whole Tennessee side.
Yeah. Do you take a shot at one of the receivers just because they're going to be passing a ton? Like, would you lean DK or Ayumanero?
Probably Eric Ayumanero if I had to pick one of them.
I would go Chimere.
I get DK. I get he had that big week last week, but it was 4 for 70 in the touchdown. I don't see a touchdown in his future in this game. I think I'm not playing either of them. I'm not going to lie to you.
I agree. If I had to pick one of them,
gross.
Like I have to play DK in, I believe, the drafted up league or some deep league. I had to put DK in because of bye weeks and injuries.
I don't want to bring up our game last week in that league, but I don't think you showed up, my guy. I don't want to disrespectful.
Because I had to play DJ Moore. I was too.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, I wonder why you lost, TJ.
I'm pretty sure I had to play DJ Moore the week before, and I beat 5-0 Logan. It was just a classic coming off too high of a game, and lost the next week.
I think you scored like 60 points. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it was a bad week. Caleb Williams was my quarterback
for you, bro. It was a bad week, bro.
Caleb Williams just continues to let me down.
The final score was 205 to 63, my guy. What a good game.
Yeah. Caleb Williams, bad.
Oh, that's so funny.
Kendrick Bourne, bad
funny.
week. Yeah. Oh my gosh, just had dud weeks. It happens.
It happens. It happens.
Yeah. Colts win this game easily. Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Not close.
Yeah. Sunday Night Football.
I'm
Green Bay.
Still not worried. Still not worried about Cam Ward, though. I will be on record. I am not worried about Cam Ward.
No.
He has looked bad. I get it. He has not been playing good fantasy football. I get it. He hasn't been playing good real-life football. I still get it. I still think this dude, I agree. He has the heart. He has every willingness in his body to go out and play football at a high level. I'm not worried. I think Cam Ward is in line to have a huge bounce-back season next season.
Yeah. Like I said, get Mike McDaniel in there as the offensive coordinator. I think that would be dream scenario.
Like dead ass, I don't think there's anything that could happen from here till the end of the season that I would be like, oh, I'm really worried about it. I'm worried, but I'm not really worried. I don't think that'll ever come into my head. I think once this guy gets actual weapons, actual coaching, I think he's going to hit the ground running.
The only way I'm worried is some catastrophic injury, but nothing on the field play-wise is going to shy me away from Cam Ward being a good prospect. Green Bay, the Packers, travel to Pittsburgh, Sunday Night Football to take on the Steelers. Aaron Rodgers versus the Packers. Packers are 3-point road favorites. Over-under set at 45.5. Christian Watson's playing this week. Is he in your lineup?
No, he's not. I'm not
agree, but I'm interested to see in his involvement here.
I don't expect it to be much. It's his first game back, and he's still coming back pretty early off this knee injury. I think he's going to be out there very, very limited snaps just because if he doesn't play this week, he can't play the rest of the year. They opened up his 21-day window. If he does not play this week, he is on the pup for the rest of the year. It wouldn't surprise me
if he's active and just doesn't play.
I 100% agree. I think he's on the field at most 6-7% of snaps. He's not going to be playing much.
Pittsburgh, you could pass on them though. So Romeo Doubs, is he in play? I think he's a flex guy.
I think Romeo Doubs is usually, if I had to pick one receiver for Green Bay, it's Romeo Doubs.
And Tucker Kraft, lock him in. He's been great. Josh Jacobs, the same.
Sure.
Jordan Love's the question mark.
Josh Jacobs has been playing out of this world. He's been so good.
Jordan Love hasn't been great for fantasy. He's been great real life for the Packers, but he's just kind of been
Yeah.
middling around, QB 13 to 17 all year. I think this is the week, though. I think, like, I was really debating between Bo Nix and Jordan Love as my plays of the week at quarterback. I think this is the week we get a big Jordan Love game.
Yeah, I've had him as my quarterback of the week, I think, twice. I
Back
on
to
this
back.
offense, it gets exactly, and he burnt me 1 week, and then the 1 week he was fine. And I think that's Jordan Love all season, to be honest. Like, the passing game's not really 100% needed in this offense. It flows through Josh Jacobs consistently, and it's going to be that way. But there are going to be weeks where Jordan Love is airing the ball at the Romeo Dobbs, where he had 3 touchdowns a couple weeks ago. Maybe Matthew Golden shows up. Maybe we'll see what happens there.
He's
Christian Watson coming back. Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying in general, maybe he shows up, maybe he doesn't. We don't even know if he's good at this point.
He's been efficient on a real life base. Like, when he's getting targets, he's been really good. It's just the targets not there. I hate the Packers just from a Vikings fan. But I would love to see this offense fully healthy. Like Dobbs, Reed, Watson, Golden, all out there.
100%.
That
that
will
would
never
be
happen.
great, but exactly, it's never going to happen.
Pittsburgh, is it DK Metcalf and Jalen Warren and move on?
Yeah.
Roger streamable?
Yeah, for sure.
Against his former team?
I think you could stream him. He's been decent the last 2 weeks, QB 16, QB 7, a little rough stretch before that, but week 1 he was QB 1.
Him or Flacco?
Flacco.
I agree.
Yeah, give me Flacco.
Jets. Yep.
But Rodgers has had a revenge game this year, and he finished with 4 touchdowns versus the Jets week 1. He balled out, and he looked amazing. I think he's going to have a nice little showing here versus Green Bay, and he needs the dub. If he gets the dub, he's beat all 32 teams. So
all the teams.
It's it's a historic game for him. So I think he's going to go out there and actually put up a decent stat line.
Yeah, and Jalen Warren again. He's just been incredible. When he's on the field last week, he got like a full workload and was really efficient against the Bengals. So you could put him out there as well. Do you mess around with either of the Steelers tight ends? Packers are susceptible to tight ends. Do you take a shot on Jonnu or Pat Freiermuth?
I think you can if you need to. It wouldn't be fun, but Pat Freiermuth last week, 6 targets, 5 catches, 111 yards, 2 touchdowns. Huge week. But then Jonnu also went 3 for 28. Not a great game, but he found his way into the end zone. So as long as Jonnu's able to score, he's going to be fine. Same with Freiermuth. So if you're willing to call a touchdown for one of these guys,
who would you pick if you had to play one of them?
Jonnu.
Okay, I would go with the Muth. I would go with the Muth.
I get it.
Right.
I think Muth has a better touchdown chance, but Jonnu gets more designed plays than Pat Freiermuth does.
Yeah, Arthur Smith loves that guy. Darnell Washington.
Yeah,
That's
sure.
who I would pick.
No, I would not pick that guy. He would be last.
Green Bay or Pittsburgh? Who walks out Sunday night victorious?
Give me Green Bay, I think. Not confident though. I'm not confident at all. I think Pittsburgh. I think
this is a toss. I'm picking Pittsburgh. I'm going with the Steelers.
Hell yeah, nice. I
kind
of feel
it. Feels gross.
I think this is probably one of the closest games of the week for sure in my eyes.
Yeah, this in Denver to me were the toughest to pick. Denver,
fair enough.
Dallas.
Yeah,
Monday night. Dallas. Let's roll out. Washington, the Big Howdies, the Commanders. They're taking on the Kansas City Chiefs in Kansas City. Chiefs 12.5-point favorites. Over under set at 47.5. No Jaden Daniels, so it's Marcus Mariota. But Debo's back. Terry McLaurin's back. Are you starting both of them? Is Terry McLaurin locked back in your lineup?
Versus really good Kansas City defense, dude. That's a really rough game to be back on the field, especially when there's no Jaden Daniels. You have to play them. I get it theoretically, like mindset-wise, you have to play Terry McLaurin. You drafted him in the 3rd, 4th round. Debo's been amazing when he's been on the field.
No,
I don't like
2 weeks ago.
I get it, but he's old.
He hasn't been good with Mariota.
The doubt. And that's the problem.
Yeah.
Mariota's on the field versus one of the best defenses in football, one of the best defensive coordinators in football. I don't like this matchup at all for any Washington player.
Many, many moons ago.
That's true, but it's 2025 now.
Yes, it is. Tough to play Washington. I agree. Like, I don't think there's any one. Like, if I had to play one, it would be Terry McLaurin. Just shootout he catches a deep pass, like maybe Zach Ertz. But I'm not playing any of the running backs for Washington. I don't want to sort out that backfield. Bill's been a huge disappointment after that big game. The last 2 weeks has just been bad.
I think Bill's the only one you can play. I don't think you should not be playing McNichols or Chris Rodriguez. It's just way too risky. Just let the backfield play out. But if you have to play Bill because of bye weeks, it is what it is. I would bite the bullet on Bill out of any running back on that team. But I would probably play Pacheco on the other side over Bill. And that's saying a lot.
I think I would take my shot on Tyjae Spears over Ja'Cory Krosky-Merritt this week.
Ooh.
I also think I would take the shot on RJ Harvey as well.
Man. RJ Harvey, maybe. Tyjae Spears, I don't think I would.
Kansas City side, Rashee Rice, yeah. Travis Kelce, like,
can you get out of it?
Yeah, like I'd play. The Dalton Schultz is probably out there. I would play Dalton Schultz over Travis Kelce this week. I think there's a world where the Chiefs just score early and this is a rest game for their guys.
I think I'm playing Zach Ertz on the other side over Travis Kelce. I'm not going to lie to you. Travis Kelce had a big 43-yard catch out of his 50 yards. He only seen 3 targets. When Rashee Rice is on the field, Travis Kelce does not see targets.
Yeah.
Zach Ertz he's got like a nose for the end zone, dude. He is a touchdown magnet.
Mm-hmm.
I think there's a way higher up chance of Zach Ertz getting the touchdown over Travis Kelce this week. I do not think it's close. I think
Xavier Worthy
points are going to be decent. I think Kelsey's points are going to be close with Ertz. But if I had to put money on a touchdown for one of these guys, it's easily going to Zach Ertz.
Mm-hmm. Worthy?
Yeah, probably, but not willingly. I think I think Rice is the only receiver I would love on this team going forward.
You playing Worthy over that certain Chicago Bears wide receiver?
Yeah, I would take him over even like Josh Downs, Houston's guys. I would play him over those guys, but I don't think it's going to be pretty. I think it's going to go back to the kind like because he's still banged up, he's still hurt.
Mm-hmm.
It's more so we're going to give him 4 or 5 designed plays, and you have to hope he takes one to the end zone because this offense now runs through Rice. Like this is Rice's offense going forward. Him and Mahomes are going to be so good for fantasy from here on out.
And you're in on Pacheco and Smith this week.
Yes. Okay. I would start both those guys.
I'm not. I would play Ramondre over both those guys. And I hate that guy.
The Rashard Smith thing is if Kareem Hunt doesn't play. He was actually upgraded to questionable on Friday. So if Hunt's not out there, I really like Pacheco and Smith. Pacheco over Smith, but I like both guys.
Okay. All right. Chiefs win?
Yeah, Chiefs win. I don't think it's going to be a lot of fun. Mariota kills me, dude. Like, I wish the Commanders were healthy because I
told you this was going to happen. I told you it was going to be a weird year for Washington.
But I honestly only think it's because of the injuries. No McLaurin, Zach Ertz game, Jaden Daniels banged up. So I'm not looking for injuries. I don't try to predict that. But in Washington got mollywopped by injuries, dude, and they were not able to bounce back.
Yeah, it's been like I said, I think they were in for a strange year and things just haven't gone their way, which is what I kind of expected to happen. But it is a shame that it is because Jaden Daniels hasn't been healthy, but he plays tough football and we should have expected that. Yeah, it's going to happen to Jackson Dart. He keeps playing the way he's playing.
I know, scared. Every time he takes off, I'm like, slide, my baby boy, slide.
Yeah. I'm just watching my injured quarterback jump over Justin Jefferson on the sideline looking perfectly fine.
He hugged Hardball. Right. He hugged Hardball at the end of the game, and I'm like, oh, that's right. I forgot he played at Michigan. Warmed up my heart a little bit. It was a nice moment.
That's his guy. He loves him. They love each other.
For sure. Yeah.
All right. That's it. Drafted Up Podcast, Week 8. We'll be back on Tuesday. We'll run through who did good, who did bad, and maybe we'll talk college as well. Anything else before we roll out?
Nah, I don't think so, man. I'm just ready to get Week 8 in the books, dude. I'm still shocked we're at Week 8 already. Oh, God.
Yeah, halfway through the season.
Old season. 16 weeks.
Yeah, well, you can't really get halfway through to 17. Oh, it is 18 now.
It's
17 games, 18. Yeah.
You're good. You're
All right,
good, dog.
that's
End
Nick.
the podcast.
I need to go. I need to go to bed. That's Nick. I'm Theo. This is the Drafted Up Podcast. Apple, Spotify, YouTube. Like, rate, subscribe, review, share, all that good stuff. If you disagree with our picks, throw it in the comments. Tell us, like, hey, you think Marcus Mariota pulls off that upset? We'd love to hear from you. Same with your plays of the week. I like it. Anything else? We good? Howdy. Adios.
Nah. Wrap it up. Bye.
Bye-bye.